to this tutorial about how to use academic literature databases. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Boolean operators and different search strategies, different search options in these academic literature databases to yield the ideally optimal search outcome for you. So if you're, for example, a student or a scholar who wants to, I don't know, write a thesis, work on an exam, improve lectures or whatever, if you need academic knowledge and search for academic knowledge, then this video might be interesting for you if you want to improve your search results through one of these databases. My name is Rüdiger Hahn. I'm a scholar, professor of management. And in my job, I'm using these databases almost on a daily basis. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use the Web of Science database. The Web of Science is one of the most important databases for published academic knowledge out there. There are others as well that are also really good databases, but the general approach is similar in many of these databases. So I'm going to use this Web of Science database here basically as a role model. So let's get started. What I'm usually going to do always is I'm using this advanced search option here because this is much more powerful. It gives you much more options to actually optimize your search to arrive at an ideal search result. So let's start here with the advanced search query builder here. And then assume that I'm a management scholar. I'm specifically focusing on sustainability management. And let's assume I want to get the scientific knowledge on the topic of sustainability reporting. Sustainability reporting is when companies either voluntarily or mandatory disclose information to their stakeholders. So let's do that. Let's search for something like that. So sustainability reporting, we're going to put sustainability reporting in here first, and then you already have the options here in where to search for this term or these terms, sustainability reporting. And you have a drop down menu here, and basically this is these are all the options that you have here in the drop down menu. The most important one are, from my perspective, the so-called topic search and also title search. I'm going to talk about that later. You can also use lots of different areas here. You can even search for cities where the scholars are located, for funding text and stuff like that, even street addresses, names of authors. But if you do a topical search, then this is usually not that helpful. If you can also search for, of course, for authors, you have here the specific search area for researchers here as well. But I'm going to talk about here on the document search. So you want to find published studies out there, papers, academic papers, and for that, usually these first ones here are the most important. So I'm going to go for topic search, and topic, and it tells you here what it does. It searches for title, abstract, and the keywords. It's pretty broad, and that is usually the first thing you want to do if you start with a new search, and then you can refine afterwards. And I'm going to show you how. So let's start with the topic search here, add to query. Sorry, that was my mistake here. Again, topic, and we're going for sustainability reporting, add to query. And then you see here the query, the specific search query, and TS stands for topic. And then you see it's going to search for sustainability reporting here. And I'm going to work here with this specifically because this is the most powerful option here in this database. So just let's do the search and see what kind of results it yields. So, and then you see that it's more than 20,000 results actually in the Web of Science database for sustainability reporting. And let's see what it does here. You see here that first hit already is on something on sustainability reports and sustainability. And there's probably, and you can see the abstract here of the first one, the first hit here already. There's then the word reporting there as well, because what it does if you go for sustainability and then do nothing and reporting, it basically adds an and in between here. So it searches not for the specific term of sustainability reporting, but for the term sustainability and reporting somewhere in the title topic abstract keywords and so on. So I'm just going to do the check here, search for sustainability and reporting. Remember, we had 20,855. And if we do that, we exactly arrive at the same number. So there you can see that that's already important information. Sustainability reporting like that behaves as if you would search for sustainability and reporting, not sustainability or reporting, and also not the specific term sustainability reporting. So let's assume that that's just simply too much for me and I want to be more pointed in my results. So in this case, I can use the quotation marks here in the search query. And if I add this quotation marks here, then it searches specifically for the term sustainability reporting as it is spelled here. So exactly that wording here. So let's do that here. And you see from the originally 20,000, it's down to 1,500 roughly. But then again, you see that it definitely searches for sustainability reporting, and there is always sustainability reporting, especially in this kind of spelling here, and it only searches for that. But that may be not really what I'm looking for as well. So what you could do further is, in refining, is sustainability or literature on sustainability reporting can be like called sustainability reporting, but maybe it's also that a study calls it, I don't know, the quality of sustainability reports or sustainability report. And in this case, it wouldn't find these results because it searches specifically for sustainability reporting. So what you could change here is you could search here with an asterisk for sustainability report, asterisk, and then it searches for reports, reporting, report, and so on. So everything that is spelled sustainability report, and then whether or not there's something afterwards. So let's search for that. And you can see this increases the results quite significantly. So it now also yields results that talk about sustainability report or reports, not specifically reporting. However, it might be that I know from experience or whatever that many scholars do not use this term sustainability report, sustainability reporting, but some other terms when talking about basically the same topic. And that's actually the case here for sustainability reporting, because you can have something like corporate social responsibility report, or sometimes it's called also non-financial report or reporting, or CSR reporting. It doesn't have to be reporting. Sometimes it's also called disclosure. So if you really want to find all the relevant literature, you have to search for different synonyms. And that's what I'm going to do next here. I'm going to search for, again here, TS equals parentheses and so on. And I'm going to use here the OR operator to search for all the different terms, no matter whether the others are in the search term or not. So I just added many different synonyms. For example, CSR report, corporate social responsibility report, corporate responsibility, and so on and so on. And also the same here with disclosure, disclosing here. This is again why I used these asterisks here. Oh, sorry. Let's get back to that, disclosing, and so on. So I'm using lots of different synonyms, and I just want the search to yield all the results that have any one of them here in the title or in the abstract on the keywords. So let's do that. And then you can see here that increases again the results quite a bit. But in this case, it might be that I think that, well, that's okay. I mean, I'm probably yielding many results that are relevant for me, but it might even be that there are some that just have sustainability reporting as a side topic, and I really want to have just those articles that are focusing specifically on sustainability reporting. And in this case, I could change here my search term from the title topic abstract search, so from the topic and the abstract keyword search to the title search only, and that would be then TI in terms of instead of TS. So I'm much more focused searching just in the title of the of the documents, and that should restrict the results quite a bit. And you can see here from 4,500 to a bit more than 1,500, and these are then of course much more pointed on sustainability reporting, because the different search terms here shouldn't be just somewhere in the keywords or in the abstract as one word of, I don't know, 250 words, but they should be specifically in the title, which of course limits your results. It might also be that some relevant results are not in here if the authors, for whatever reason, don't put the specific term in their title, but just somewhere else. So you might lose some relevant articles, but the remaining articles that you do have are usually more on point if you search for the title here in this case. Okay, but then again, it might be that you want to be even more specific in what you can find here, and then you can add, or you can basically combine different types of searches here. I'm going to do that. I'm going to show you what I did here. This first part here is still identical to what I had before. So that was all about the title search here, the 1,657. But then again, it might be that I'm specifically interested in new regulations or in existing regulations or the effect of regulations and so on, because there's quite a bit of research and also in practice going on. Of course, there's some movement in terms of standards being developed, regulations being put in place, and so on. And if that's what I'm interested in, then I could add that to my search query here. And I'm going to use it here. In this case, I'm going to combine a title search here with all the OR combinations of the different synonyms with, and you can see here and, a topic search and the term regulation. And let's see what happens then. And that restricts my results further. But then again, just as I did it before, it might be that I recognize that maybe this regulation is too strict. Maybe there are synonyms for regulation as well, just as there are for sustainability reporting. So I could add regulate, and then here it could regulate, regulation, regulations, or whatever here with the parentheses, with the asterisks. And then it might be that different studies don't talk about regulation, but about laws or standards or guidelines or whatever. You can add others if you can come up with them. The broader the better usually, and then you have to see a bit what that means in terms of your search results. But let's try that here. And remember, we came from 159 and we're going to search here again, and that adds again quite a bit of literature here, and we're ending up with 640 search results. Now I'm going to show you some other operators as well. So it might be that you're looking for literature, academic literature on sustainability reporting and regulation standards and stuff like that, but you want to exclude some different topics. And that's what you can do with the operator not. You can see that here. There is a very well-known standard out there from the so-called Global Reporting Initiative on sustainability reporting. That's a voluntary standard, but it might be that you're especially not interested in literature on the Global Reporting Initiative, because that has been well established. You're rather interested in the new literature on some laws, guidelines, or whatever, mandatory wise. So you especially want to exclude all the literature on the Global Reporting Initiative. And then you can add here the not operator, and I'm going to do it here again with the topic search. So not GRI or Global Reporting Initiative. GRI is the abbreviation for Global Reporting Initiative, obviously, and I'm combining that here again with the OR operator. And let's do that here, and you can see that that basically cuts about a third of my results out already. So this is again more pointed if you really want to have literature that doesn't include the topic of Global Reporting Initiative. Have to be a bit careful, of course, since you do that here in the topic search. It might be that somebody or an author just mentions Global Reporting Initiative to distinguish their study from others in the abstract. So while others are talking about voluntary standards such as the Global Reporting Initiative, this study specifically focused on mandatory reporting and new regulations. And in that case, the article might be very relevant. However, you would exclude it because in the abstract, the name of the Global Reporting Initiative would be mentioned. So you have to be a bit careful and see what it does to your search results and whether you exclude relevant literature and so on. But in general, you can use this not operator to exactly do that, to just cut out specific areas, basically, as we did it here. So, and then I want to talk to you about another one, and I'm going to change here my entire search query here. I'm going to go for another one, and that's just for illustrative purposes. So I just cut out all the you see here all the synonyms here. So if you really want to do it right, you need to put in the synonyms here as well. But again, I just want to make it a bit more obvious here what happens. So I'm again going back to the topic search here. So searching the title, abstract, and keywords. And in this case, I would like to find articles that talk about sustainability reporting and the Global Reporting Initiative. And in this case, I'm going to use here the near operator. And that means that the search only yields those results that combine sustainability reporting here, the exact word, with the exact word of Global Reporting Initiative. That's why I put it here in the parentheses. And that these two terms here have to be near to each other in the title or in the abstracts. And here in this case, it means that should be in the proximity of 5 words. So let's see what happens here. Well, that's quite a bit, even 55 results, because that's pretty rigid here, because I'm specifically searching for these exact terms and only within 5 words. You can change that here. You can go for, say, like 15 words, and that should yield more results. Let's try that. You see, that yields more results. And the more or the higher the number gets here, the more distance these words can be. But in this case, then it becomes a bit meaningless to use that anyways. And then you can, of course, also, and let's do that here, change again here the topic a bit or the search term a bit. You can here work with these synonyms again, so Global Reporting Initiative or GRI. But then you have to be a bit careful. In this case, with the parentheses here, you have one parenthesis here, one here. So this is basically that part here of the search, the near. But you need another parenthesis here at the end because you started here your search term with one, so that has to basically match, and that is sometimes a source for error, but then the database tells you that something is wrong with the search and it doesn't work. So let's do that here. Yeah, and you see that with the again with the synonym here, we're increasing that a bit. And I'm going to show you what happens if you do it wrong here. So I have one parenthesis open here, one open here, but only one to close. And if I do the search in this case here, it says, okay, search error, missing parenthesis, and then you need to add that here. If you have like a really complex search term, then searching for these slight errors is sometimes a bit of a pain. But in general, that is a really powerful option to really come up with a very customized search for your needs, actually. So last thing I want to show is how to use then or how to search for different types of spelling in the words. So let's just change the topic entirely, and we're going to search for the term organization in the title. So let's search for that, and yeah, not surprisingly, we have thousands of results. Literature that somehow speaks about organizations, even only in the title, but organization is very broad. So In this case here, it searches for organization, but it searches for different spellings in this case. It's organization. Let's just sort this here by date. I'm going to talk about this in another video as well, how to use the different search options here. That's in another video. So let's have a look here. And in this case, we search for organization, but already the first one is organizations. You see that it's working for that as well. What do we have here? Organizations. Basically I see here also organizations with a Z and with an S, so British and American English spelling. It searches for both of these, and that's what you have here. If you go into this more options here, you can have this exact search here, and if you use that one, see it goes down quite a bit. In this case, it only searches specifically for the Z here, not for an S. If you and by default it's not the exact search, so it already factors in the different types of spelling here. However, if you search for organizations in the parentheses, then it really looks specifically for that word, and that is exactly what you see here. It would be the same as I would be searching for organization with the exact search. So it doesn't search for organization with an S. So even if you, and that's why I usually tell people not to use the exact search, because if you want to do that, you can do it basically on your own using these different types here that you can basically use. So what else do we have? In this case, if you want to on purpose use for organization and organization, so British and American English, you can use here a different type here. In this case, you have the $sign here, and the $sign is an operator that you can use if you want different types of spelling here for that exact letter. So in this case, it searches for Z and S, and you see here that it increases our search terms. And what we can do as well here is we can and then add here the asterisk at the end, so it searches here for the Z and the S, and it searches here in the end, and then again, see, it increases our results here. It searches something like, as you can see here, organizational, as well as organizations, and so on. So basically, that's it about the different search options that you have, how to combine them. And it's often really a trial and error to see how the database behaves, what different types of results it yields if you change some, sometimes even some smaller things here in this search area. What you can then also do is you can have a look here in the end for all the different searches you did. See, that's the different searches I did with you here, and it shows you the results here, so that you can easily go back to earlier searches if you just want to revert something and so on. And you can also change it here in these searches as well. So directly here you can edit the searches here. And something that is sometimes also very useful is that you can copy the query link. So you can copy the link to exactly that search, and if you then put it into your address line here, then you're getting back to exactly these results. That is really useful if you, for example, want to share your search results with somebody else and so on. So that's it about this video. I'm going to talk about different options in the databases in another video. So if you're interested, have a look at that as well. And thank you for your attention.